Seth, he is such a... Oh, Rika, don't cuss! I'm becoming indifferent about enemies. We can't just dawdle, we've gotta hurry to Rykros. So what is this Rykros? We'll just have to go and find out, Chaz. Yeah, get our asses to Rykros. Welcome to part 23 of Phantasy Star 4. Which I always seem to lisp on the name. Phantasy Star 4. Try saying that 5 times fast. Phantasy Star 4, Phantasy Star 4, Phantasy Star 4. The end of the millennium. Yeah, now that's a tongue twister. But anyway, on our way to Rykros. Are we going in the right direction? Chaz, I will pull this damn ship over. We are on course. Is it an island like the air castle? Or is it an artificial satellite like Zelen or Kiran? If we keep to this course, we will leave the Algol Solar System. We have no choice but to keep going. Wow, this is astounding! Hey, it's the Aero Prism again! Oh, you scare me. What happened? Chaz, look! Suddenly a big green planet has appeared. That can't be. There's no indication on the radar? It's not Moltavia, it's not Desolus, and of course it's not Parma. There is no such planet in my database. This must be Rykros. Indeed it is! It's Rykros, what even is this planet? Welcome, Protectors. Welcome. What was that? There's a voice reverberating in my head. I am Laruth of Rykros. I remain in this land to pass on the secret of the genesis of Algol. Just as I thought. This is Rykros. I'm a genius. Yes, you are. This is Rykros, the 4th planet in the Algol Solar System. What? The 4th planet? There are only supposed to be 3 planets in the Algol Solar System. Moltavia, Parma, and Desolus. Rykros is a planet that has been protected by a powerful and invisible barrier. No normal being is able to see or even sense it. I didn't know such a planet existed. Moreover, the planet's orbit is highly elliptical. It only gets close to Algol once every 1,000 years. So it's an orbit like that of a comet. The Aero Prism shows the way when Rykros returns. So this is what they mean by return. And that's why it was hidden until now. Laruth! We came all the way here because we wanted to find out what we can about the Profound Darkness. What is the Profound Darkness? Why is it causing disasters in Algol? And exactly where is it now? We were told that the answers would be found here. Now tell all! You courageous Protectors who came all the way to Rykros, I have much to tell you. But first, you must perform a task. There are 2 towers in Rykros called the Courage Tower and the Strength Tower. Go meet the guardians of those 2 towers. When you return, I will truly recognize you as Protectors, and will then tell you all you seek to know. Protectors? Are you testing us? Yes, I am. But please understand, this is absolutely necessary. I guess we'll have to do it then. Come on guys, let's go. Please hurry. Already the hand of the darkness stirs towards this planet. Beloved ones, I await your return. New mission time. There's gonna be a tower to the south and a tower to the north. I'm gonna go for the northern tower first. The boss in the northern tower is easier. I'm gonna collect a whole bunch of guard stuff. Got guard shields, guard mails, and guard weapons. What? Guard sword and a telepipe. Now the guard sword is useful for now, but I'm gonna get a better weapon in the next part. Ah, you're shitting me. Just throw away the cure peril. There we go. Now we have the Trimate. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw a whole bunch of crap out. Okay, so my inventory should be a bit lighter than it was before. It's mostly because I was holding all those damn antidotes and care parals, but I should be good to go now. Welcome to Rykros. This is the smallest world map in the game. It's literally just this one courtyard area and that's it. We got cool backdrops though, like the Aurora Borealis in the skies and the crystalline backgrounds. It's just all pretty to look at. Though admittedly, the Aurora could be a bit more animate, but it's whatever. Ah, bring an axe to a tank fight. That's fucking stupid. Anyway, the Death Bearers are difficult on foot, but they're trivial in a tank. Here's the Strength Tower. Now, if you think there are not going to be any enemies in here, no, you're wrong, there's still enemies here. Most of them are palette swaps, but they're very powerful. And speaking of palette swaps, you got Blood Sabers and Dark Witches. The Blood Sabers can do air slash into ban, and the Dark Witches can heal, and I think they have access to Nafoi too. Oh yeah, that's a group heal. Good thing I took those two Blood Sabers out. There are plenty of treasure chests with weapons and armor in them, so you want to pick those up if you can. You don't necessarily have to, but it would make the final boss easier if you do. There are at least 2 ways to the final room of this dungeon, but I'm gonna go off the beaten path for a bit. Here's the first treasure, which is the Guard Rod, which I'm not gonna give to Rune, but instead to Raja. I always stick 2 shields on Rune just to buff up his defense massively. Doing that will make Rune a defensive powerhouse on par with Chaz. Oh shit! All the Bizarro monsters are living in here! Twin Arms, they're a combination of 2 monsters I forgot the names of. They're not the Blade Rights and the Hackenloves, they're some other creatures. And then the Crimson Heads. They're Crimson Heads. Crimson Heads are so powerful they breathe lasers. And those lasers hurt. The Twin Arms are even more dangerous than the Crimson Heads in that they can hit multiple targets at once. But they are prone to instant death, so be sure to use a kill ability, like Chaz's Explode. Not a bad showing, but I probably should have used more lethal techniques. But then again, I'm saving the lethal techniques for the boss. There we go. Now there's another treasure chest to the right here, and that's the Guard Claw for Rika. It's the last weapon she gets, and I'm gonna replace the Silver Tusk with the Guard Claw. I'm gonna keep the Genocide Claw on just for its instant kill properties. And trust me, you need as many opportunities as you can get to instantly obliterate something, especially in this part of the game. That's enough of this room, time to move on. Oh boy, these guys suck. The Illusionists are really horrible enemies. I'm just gonna use my insta-kill abilities because they have beefy health bars and they have really powerful attacks. One of those attacks being Tyndall, which does horrendous damage to Ren. Jesus, did you see Ren's health spike down like that? That shit's insane. Might actually kill the Illusionist this go round, but I gotta remember to heal Ren. He's not the best when it comes to lightning attacks, that's for sure. I thought robots ran on electricity. But then again, I could be wrong. If anything, I thought water would be the natural weakness for robots, because it shorts out their electronics? Because there's electronics in their bodies? Yeah, that part is where you have to suspend disbelief. Kind of like in Mega Man where certain enemies or certain robot masters are just like, oh, I'm allergic to fire. Wait, aren't robots supposed to be fireproof? Even if you're an Iceman? Man, that Dr. Light and Dr. Wily can't make a robot for shit. Except for Mega Man World, Proto Man, Base, X, and Zero. But never mind about that, we got the Li Falgen. These guys are freaking Oh my god! They got an even more powerful thunder spell called Tandale, and it does so much damage to Ren. These guys, without a doubt, are the most dangerous enemies in the game. And Ren is not looking so good. I gotta heal him quickly. I recommend using Zaner for these encounters because these guys are pretty quick. And maybe Barrier too. I forgot to buff my characters for this one. You goddamn green dicks! Don't worry, I can revive Ren to full health. I just need to find a repair kit. And even if I don't revive Ren, he'll just revive himself after the battle. God, stop that! Can one of you please die? Thank you. Okay, got a little bit of peace of mind now. Let's wail on this guy for killing Ren. Ah, I hate that move. And Rune does not learn that version of Tandle for some reason. Even though I think he should, because that's awesome. It's an awesome looking move. Let me go for the boss of this place right now. I think there's one more treasure along the way, but that's it. Here's the other treasure chest. Just gonna walk around this bend. It will have another guard claw for Rika. And I might as well equip it right now for extra damage. I will admit, this part of the game with the two towers, this is where the plot starts to lose me a bit. And this is not just this game's problem, it's literally every RPG I play where I just lose interest for just a little bit. Some games are worse than others in that regard, and this really only lasts for about an hour, so I'm grateful that it's not that big a deal. It also doesn't help that the enemy encounter rate is super high now, and the bosses are incredibly annoying too. Here I'm gonna bring up the macro list again for more shortcuts. Gonna have Rune do Fs first, and Chaz do cross cut next. That's gonna bring up the Grand Cross combination, which is pretty good against dark enemies. It's a screen nuke, but if you hit it on non-evil enemies, it will only do 1 damage. And that won't do it all. Nope, don't have the time for this, I'm already at the boss. God damn! Ah, you finally come. They come and they come, but they're all sissies. I've been getting kind of bored. If you have passed LaRouf's scrutiny, then try and take me if you can. Davarz is the easier of the two bosses on Rykros. He only has 2 attacks. One of them is punching one of the characters, and the second attack is punching all of the characters. His moves are very boring, but you still have to put your guard up. Davarz has immunity to certain magical attacks, like lightning, fire, and ice. Hit him with strictly melee attacks or more unconventional magic. Yeesh, gravity doesn't work neither. Looks like Rune is going to be in the back seat for most of this fight. Unless I could... Maybe Legion will actually work on this guy. Let's try that. Yep, Legion works. Problem is, I think I got one more left, so... Yep, Rune is definitely gonna be a backseater. Ah, damn it, man. Well, Rune can't be a boss all the time. This is a boss where Ren actually shines because this guy does physical damage and Ren has really high physical defense. That coupled with Rika's to ban, and Ren is just gonna take 40 to 60 damage, which is not too bad because it will take at least 5 to 6 turns to actually kill Ren at that rate. And for this part of the game, Ren should have at least 400 HP. Aw shit, Rika's out of the group healing. No! Damn it. Let me see what I could do here. Oh, it looks like Rune's got a little bit more. He could use Tando against this guy and it does wonders. The good thing about group healing is it heals everybody for a decent amount, so yeah, wonderful. But it also takes TP. A lot of TP. But for what it's worth, it's a good payoff. Especially with Raja, who has a tremendous pool of TP to begin with, and an ability to restore TP. Davarz can't do anything other than this one attack, can he? I told you this guy was boring. I like the design though, he just needs a bit more of an attack range, other than just Disrupt Arm, all the time. The next boss is a step up from Davarz, so much so that he's probably the most annoying boss in the game. And his tower is not that much better. And the enemies are just as gnarly in there as they were in here. It's just a mess. You know what the Disrupt Arm attack reminds me of? The T-1000 from Terminator 2. More specifically when the robot, which you may call an android, gets destroyed. I honestly don't know why I get reminded of that. I think it has something to do with the way the arms split out from the shoulders. It has this unusual look to it when you slow the animation down. Oh, this guy has a whole bunch of health. And I'm gonna have to fight another one of these guys. Well, he's gonna be different, and like I said, he's way harder than this dude. Davarz, I can virtually beat him in my sleep. If I level up, of course. If you don't level up, then you're gonna have a hell of a time with this guy, because he actually hits hard. We should be going on to our last roundabout with this guy. Goodbye, Davarz, you're pretty boring. Not gonna lie. You're better than I thought. That's comforting. Go ahead and take these objects. They're the proof you need. Oh, you've left us presents! How thoughtful of you! Wait, you were trying to kill us. What a prick! Anyway, when you defeat the Guardians, you get rings. I got 3 rings out of Davarz here, and that's the Palmer ring, the Motavia ring, and the Desolus ring. The Palmer ring goes to Ren, the Mota ring goes to Rika, and the Desolus ring goes to Rune. Here's the Courage Tower, and this place is... oh boy, I hate this place. We're starting off with Crimson Heads. They shoot ray beams, they bite at you, they're not really that dangerous. Some of the other enemies in this place, like the Green Magicians, they're dangerous. But right here on the bottom level, you don't have to worry as much. Got a Stardew. Probably have 4 Stardews in stock for the boss alone. And I'm skipping most of these fights because they are just enemies from the previous tower. So for all intents and purposes, this tower is going to be quicker than the previous one. But I do show off one random encounter that has never happened before, as well as, of course, the boss. The boss takes up the majority of the rest of the video. And speaking of that encounter, Crimson Heads are teaming up with the Illusionist. And it's a deadly team up too. No, not really. The Crimson Heads are extremely allergic to fire, and if you keep pelting on the Illusionist with melee attacks, you should be good to go. The Illusionist has corrosion skills. Wonderful. That attack hurts, so I gotta be careful for him to not do that too many times. Oh god, not Tendo again. Oh, wait a minute. That barely broke 80 damage. I didn't even power up my characters, it just randomly decided to not do as much damage as it did before. This game can be random sometimes. very random. Okay, so what I want to do, just like the previous tower, is look for more treasure chests. Those will help me stay alive for the final boss. The first treasure chest is going to be down here, after an encounter, and let me see what it is. Oh no, it's another Stardew. Never mind. I thought it was a weapon or protective gear. I know for sure there are a couple of treasure chests upstairs to the left. Go to the right here and you should reach your first guard equipment for this place. Ooh, guard robe for Rune. That's the best mantle Rune can get in this game. Now he can virtually tank any attack that comes his way. The guard robe is just that damn good. Anyway, I think there's something else to the north. Or not. Maybe I've misremembered things. Anyway, this is the way to the final boss of this place. And this guy, hopefully you can get lucky enough to beat him because he is pretty tough. It's probably the toughest boss in the game. You have to heal almost every turn with this guy. That's how insane he is. But if you know how to exploit his weaknesses, he's not that bad. But he's still annoying. There's nothing to fear from the Hand of Darkness. Oh, so you're the people sent here by LaRouve. Go ahead, try and defeat me. Prove that you've got the qualifications to be protectors. Saluz. Oh boy. He's got magic skills for days. He's got Flaily, Hewn, Tandle, you name it. Whatever Rune does, Saluz can do too. And probably even better than Rune can ever manage, so you gotta keep up with him. But the good thing about fighting Davarz first, as opposed to this guy, is you can equip the Moda, Pama, and Deso rings, and that should nullify the magical defense, or his magical powers. That way you're not dying in 2 hits. But you're still probably gonna die in 3 or 4 hits. So it's not that big a difference. This is also the last time Defeat Out a Blow. Yes, that's the name of the boss track, is Defeat Out a Blow. Kind of hilarious. That's the last time the music track plays in the game. Ow, wind hurts. Saluz probably has the second best, or I don't know, maybe it is the best. He has the strongest magical power in the game. He's even more powerful than Lashik, which makes sense, but still. Lashik was a beast. At least Flaily still sucks as a move in late game. I don't have to worry about that move. Saluz has similar immunities and weaknesses to Davarz, so you gotta watch out for Foy and Water. Don't use those during the combat because it doesn't do anything to him. And Ren is not taking as much damage from lightning as he did before. Oh, maybe that has something to do with the Palma ring. I did not know that. Okay, so Ren is a bit more resistant with the Parma ring on. Duly noted. Look at me learning more about a game I've been playing for 13-ish years. And that is actually 4 years and 1 month older than I am. But then again, isn't the point of a game to play it, beat it, and then find out what's new on the second playthrough? At least that's how it was for my household. Or maybe you're just having too much fun with the game to drop it. I know for me, there's that certain game that I have not put down since it came out. And that will be my next playthrough when I get back from break. But until then, I gotta finish this game first. 2 more parts, I promise. RPGs on my channel have been kind of rare. I've only did 4 other ones in the past 3 years, but trust me, I will be doing some more in the near future. I just gotta find time for this stuff. Around the summer, because that's usually the right time to play an RPG. Or The Last of Us 2 because I was dumb. Kinda liked the game, but it dragged on for way too long. So long that that playthrough on my channel is actually longer than this playthrough. An RPG. The Last of Us 2 is longer than an RPG. I don't get it neither. But enough about that. The Last of Us 2 is longer than an RPG. That should be a meme now. Oh my god. You've done well. Go. Take these objects which are the proof you've met and passed me. And we get 2 more rings, one of them being the Algol ring, which is equipped by Chaz, and the Rykros ring, which is non-equipable actually. The Rykros ring is going to serve a purpose in the next 2 parts. And while we're on the subject, next part we're going to find out more about Algol's origins. I'll see you in part 24.